Okay, thanks for taking time to watch this short video. My name is Alan Vincent and I'm going to be talking about Freemasonry. Now, I just want to say at the outset that I'm not a Freemason. I never have been. I have no Masonic connections. I don't have any Masonic friends that I know of. And the purpose of this video is to provide you with some enlightenment about Freemasonry. Strangely enough, enlightenment is a terminology used by the Masons quite frequently. So the question is, why should you bother? Why should you bother to become educated about Freemasonry? Well, let me start with a quotation from a book called Freemasonry, Death in the Family by Yvonne Ketchum. This is just a book that I bought years ago. I had a suspicion that my grandfather may have been a Freemason, and I saw this book in a bookshop and decided to buy it. So on page 17, we can start by looking at the origins and definition of Freemasonry. It says, Freemasonry is a powerful old fraternal order that began early in the 18th century, although its roots are found in old organizations like the Druids. Spiritually, its origin is with the ancient mysteries of the pagan world. Now, most people will describe Freemasonry something along these lines. Further down the page, Freemasonry is today an international benevolent fraternity whose members are patriotic and heavily involved in charity. They place strong emphasis on the brotherhood of man. They establish retirement homes, hospitals, study grants for young people, and sponsorship of charitable causes. Among lodge members, one finds not only ordinary tradesmen, but many wealthy businessmen, politicians, judges, lawyers, church elders, and clergy. Freemasonry is the largest secret society in the world. It is known for its strange initiation ceremonies, its secret signs, and the handshakes by which members recognize each other. Its principles are said to be brotherly love, relief, and truth, with emphasis on morality and virtue. In theory, any believer in God can become a Freemason, whether he is Hindu, Buddhist, Muslim, Jewish, or Christian. In many ways, Freemasonry is like a business guild. In the past, it has been a bridge to success in the world of finance, land, and law. Freemasons have been known to use whatever means are available to them to gain power and influence, and certainly to look after their own. Today, many nations of the world have Freemasonry in their foundations and in their power structures. Men in high places are involved. Many of the founders of the United States, for example, were Freemasons. In Germany, Hitler made use of the symbolic rites of Freemasonry. Lenin built communism on ideas based on it. Italy's mafia is strongly linked with Freemasonry. Jesuit priests get many of their rituals from the Knights Templar of Masonry. Now, in case you don't know, the Jesuits are Catholic. A Catholic order. It's in Europe, Asia, Africa, the Americas. It's spread all over the world, basically. And although many of the nations of the world are seeded with Christian influence, as in traditional Christianity, Masonry has also spread worldwide. And I would like to contend it's become like a weed in a garden in the nations of the world. Now, let's have a look at what some of the Masonic authors say about Masonry. This is a quotation from Albert Pike, who was a 33-degree Mason and probably the most highly ranked Mason in the world and the most respected because he wrote a lot of Masonic books. One of them is Morals and Dogma, that is extremely well known. In fact, I've got a copy of Morals and Dogma that's available for free download on my website. So Albert Pike says, Masonry is identical with the ancient mysteries. It presents but an imperfect imagery of their brilliance. The Grand Lodge of Texas writes, the presence in the modern Masonic system of many of the emblems, symbols, and allegories of the ancient temples of initiation, as well as certain rites performed therein, has persuaded the most learned among Masonic scholars to conclude that Masonry is the modern successor of the sublime mysteries of the Temple of Solomon and of the temples of India, Chaldea, which is actually Babylon, Egypt, Greece, as well as the basic doctrine of the Essenes, the Gnostics, and other mystery orders. Now, the mysteries, I want you to note, are usually taught an occult philosophy of life, such as reincarnation and other methods whereby higher consciousness could be attained. The first Masonic Grand Lodge was founded in London, England in 1717, and originally it was a stonemasons' mutual benefit society. So the way that Masonry formed really was as a bit of an elite club. These were tradesmen like stonemasons who got together and decided to sort of keep their trade secrets secret and share them with each other because they were worth money. You know, if you were a skilled stonemason, that skill was worth a lot of money to you, and you didn't want to give away those secrets freely because that was your livelihood. Now, my question about Freemasonry is, why is it that Masonic apprentices, as they're called, who enter into Masonry, starting at, for example, in the Scottish Rite, the first degree going right up to the 32nd degree and an honorary 33rd degree, why is it that they are sworn to secrecy and to not divulge any of the secrets of Masonry? Now, this is done on oath, and there are, of course, secret rituals that the Masonic apprentice is guided through. This person does not know what's coming. They don't get a script to say this is exactly what you're going to be repeating as an oath. They don't get told what the oath, in a sense, represents before they actually speak out the oath. And they certainly don't get told what the meaning of the ritual is before they mimic the people who are leading them through this process. Now, unfortunately, this is one of the oldest tricks in the book. This happens in the drug world. It happens in the world of crime, where initiates into the world of crime are led step by step, blindly down a path, and they have no idea what's coming next. And of course, it gets worse and worse and worse, and they are prejudiced along the way, so that it's a kind of a one-way system and they can't get out of it. Now, Freemasonry works on a very similar principle, but the issue of secrets is very disturbing in Masonry, because the question is, why do people want to keep these secrets? What is it about Masonry that is so important or significant that the candidates are sworn to not divulge them on penalty of death? So what I'd like you to do is to find out more about the dark secrets of Freemasonry and how it affects you, whether you think it does or not. Please click on the link below this video, go to my website and watch the video that you'll find there that reveals all the inner secrets of Freemasonry from their own writings. This is literally from the horse's mouth. This is not hearsay. It's not something that's come from other sources. It comes from the horse's mouth, from the Masonic authors themselves. So nobody can deny that what's going to be revealed in this video is made up. Okay, thanks for watching this video. I'd like to see you on the other side when you click on the link and go to my website. Thank you.